We are live. Be a quick sec here to send the link out. Then we're going to jump right in. Fire it up. I put a poll out, DQCSR or comms, and the people have spoken. And I'm a man of my word. So, Aero League Racing, Gran Turismo 7, Tier 4, Season 12, Round 5. We are at Barcelona today. And, yeah. Oh, let's not tag F1 Tier 4. They probably wouldn't like that, eh? There we go. All right. Well, without further ado, we're going to get rolling here. Get this fired up. A little protein shake, you know? Just got back from the gym. Big leg day. Big leg day. All right. Let's take a look here at our starting grid. So, got Seacuch on pole. RX Vision, that car is going to have a good time here. Again, big, heavy tire wear track, so looking for big results here from some of the cars that are better on tires. Jordy in the Supra, P2. Otto in his Lexus, P3. Nath in the Supra, P4. Good qualifying from him. Jezza, he's in P5 in the RX Vision there. JMS, P6 in the Beamer. Amy, P7. Pyro, coming in at P8 on controller, making the switch. O'Leary in the Jag P9. That car is going to struggle with some tires a little bit. Ruffles in the Mazda P10. Steelfan in the AMG P11. Must have had a tough quality there because pretty sure the AMG is pretty nice around here. G-Dan the FT1. He's back P12. Guardrail Lover in the BRZ at P13. And then Oscar, his return in P14. he's got a danger livery on. I wish it was brighter so I could see it. I want to take a look at it more, but it's too dark. I'll have to wait till maybe the sun comes up later in the race, and we'll take a look at that. I'm not sure if that livery is because of all the incidents he's in, or anywho, we'll stop ripping on him, and we will get rolling here. And we won't be able to see a single thing down in the turn one because everybody's lights are absolutely blinding. So shield your eyes here, as we will try to avoid the turn one carnage. All right. And it looks like we make it fairly safe through here. A little bit of bundle up here towards the back, but Tier 4 crap. Good job here through turn one. That's a tough turn one, and seems like we're doing all right here. Couple moves being made in the next section here. We'll go off board with Steelfan. He's a little laggy, unfortunately. Go on board with G-Dan. Might try and avoid using the TV cam just for a little bit because you can't see anything right now with some of these headlights, so it's a little blinding. So everyone kind of staying as is right now. No real shift in position. JMS, though, all the way up to P4. He's gained 2 positions. And Nate falling down a little bit. But My experience from this race is just survive. Survive till lap, I believe it was a 9 laps. Whoa, what's happened here? Let's take a rewind here. G-Dan going flying, absolutely sent here. And is that the Supra? G-Dan just minding his own business. Whammo! Hey, let's go. Fire me up. That looked like Jezza from way back. Oh, just late on the brakes. Oh, no. Oh, that's tough. Just misses his braking point. And absolutely demolishes G-Dan. Jezza, I think at this point, your best option when you realize you've broke late is try and instead of steering left into the apex, just fucking dive right if you can. Because there's no hole here for you to go through. Unfortunately, G-Dan just gets smoked. Nath gets caught up a little bit, but not too bad. So G-Dan with some damage, unfortunately, so he's going to potentially lose out on a couple more positions. And here comes Pyro on controller, ready to save his spins like no other. Pyro bragging before the race, it is impossible to spin on controller, so if that's true, Pyro should be in for a good result today because we all know the bane of Pyro's existence is his ability to keep the car pointing straight. So we'll see if he can make that happen today. We'll rejoin the front here. Seekuch just hanging out front. Jordy just chilling. I'm interested to see how that super tire wear, especially on the fronts, holds up on this track. We're going to see that front left probably die. I'm going to say lap 6, maybe lap 7. So Otto just hanging out in P3 again, not too much going on here. JMS is up into P4, not too bad. Amy in P5, Steel at P6. Oscar working his way through the field, definitely taking advantage of Jezza absolutely launching it. And pre-most recent patch, the BRZ was one of the meta cars around this track. Don't know how it fits now, but Oscar seems to be pretty comfortable right now. Up in P7, that's a great start. G-Dan trying to recover after his unfortunate demise. Pyro's in P9 here. Nath has fallen from grace down into P10. He's dropped 5 positions, I believe. Valeri has dropped 2 from 9th. Jezza, after the unfortunate incident, Ruffles has dropped 3 places down from 10th, and Guardrail Lover still at the back. He's dropped 1 place, so. Again, so far not a lot going on. Not the easiest track for overtakes here. Turn 1, one of your best overtaking zones. Let's see here if anyone's going to have a run on anyone. Hoping to maybe catch some slip. We'll stick with G-Dan here as he might have a chance to go on Oscar. Here we go, on board. He's going to bring it alongside. He's got the inside. No defense really from Oscar there. He's going to get that position with ease. Oscar tucks back in behind, and G-Dan gets an easy position. Great move there. Pyro up 1 position, I think. No, he stayed the same. He's still in P9. Where we will start to see some craziness happen is once all these tires start to die off. Oscar is actually on the mediums. I missed that. So that explains his qualifying P15. So if he holds position here, Oscar around lap 7, maybe lap 8, lap 9, he's going to be having a huge advantage potentially on some of these tire shredders. Oh, has someone gone off there? Did I miss that? Is that JMS? JMS have a moment here. Might be on board with the wrong car. I thought it was JMS. Could be wrong. Probably waiting for us to catch up. Take a look at the comments, maybe. Definitely wasn't JMS. So who was it? Flying off the track into the gravel, unless I'm seeing things. Which is very possible. No reader today. No reader today, Otto. I think it was a little bit distracting for me on DTC side, so turned it off. But I'm gonna try. Okay, maybe it was just some sparks and someone caught some dirt. Nothing going on there. Lord Hands, welcome. I thought the bane of his existence was how many races he still has to come. No, it's not too bad. Pyro, I'll give Pyro some credit. He's caught up on his comms now, so he said he was gonna do Le Mans on Thursday, but it's currently Thursday, and I think Pyro's playing Madden or something right now, so I don't see Pyro doing anything today. So. Pyro, not a man of his word, unlike me. True to my word here. Oh, Steel fans picked up a 0.5, so that's probably gonna... Actually, that might give Oscar a chance to overtake G-Dan. We got a little Oscar train for me here. Let's see if Pyro can do anything here. He's on the soft tires, so he really has to clear this BRZ. No excuse here, controller or wheel. Pyro driving like he's got ballast on his car. Maybe one day Pyro will listen to a commentary. Otto says Nations Cup missing from Pyro. You're darn right Nations Cup is missing. One of the best, most historic finishes ever in ALR from Nations Cup. Guardrail lover must have had a moment. He's back at the back at Pacquiao on the mediums. So not great. Not great for Guardrail lover. But just no changes in position here. Really no battles going on since the start of lap 1. We're just hanging out. Oscar's had a bit of a moment, but Pyro not close enough to capitalize. Oh, Oscar picks up a little 0.5 there. Otto, you just have to do what I do. Hold the Nations Cup wiki over Pyro's head saying you won't do it until Pyro does his comms. It seemed to have worked because Pyro banged out both of his commentaries last week. So, shout out to Tier 4 for getting him to do it if anyone got on him. Oscar goes defensive on the inside. Pyro's going to try and make it stick around the outside. And the brakes on the BRZ just non-existent. Pyro with the tire advantage gets it done easy. That's a pretty good move there. So we're keeping an eye on the tires right now. The AMG of Steofan is just not loving this right now. Amy also about 55-60%. JMS below 50. Wow. Absolutely shredding. JMS worse tire wear than Pyro on controller right now, so that's pretty crazy. Although JMS a lot more pace as of right now, so we'll see how this shapes up. Otto way up in front of P4. He's starting to catch on the back of Jordy, but again, Jordy really only has one more lap to try and get a move on Seacuch, or he is going to drive away and win this sprint. Because that RX Vision, the tires are just, yeah, you can't compete, and you just won't get an overtake done unless they make a mistake. Yeah, and I think actually this is the end of Jordy's opportunity now for P1. I think Seacuch will drive off into the distance. And now I think the biggest battle, if I had to guess, we will see G-Dan on Amy here soon, based on the tires. And Nath on O'Leary, that's got to be coming up soon here as well, as O'Leary's tires are starting to die. Oh, good job on Nath there to avoid. Maybe trying to make a little move. Got on the brakes a little bit late. Almost smashed in the back. O'Leary pulls off to avoid first. That's a great job from him there. So back with Oscar as he's now dropping back down the grid. But his tires should come into form here on the next lap. As everyone else is starting to really fall off. G-Dan's already gone by Amy, so let's rewind here and see where that happens. Amy just goes a little bit wide here on the long right. That's where it really puts that pressure on that front left. And that's really the section that's wearing that tire. G-Dan gets it done easily. C-Coach's out picking Dandelions up at the front. No pressure from him. Steo's tires starting to fall off a little bit here. Pyro's just hanging out in 8th. Larry back up into where he qualified, P9. Will we start to see Jezza now challenging O'Leary? Not a great place to make a move, but just got to stay on the back of him. Oh, O'Leary with a 0.5. So we'll see now. Jezza might get an easy move done on the home straight. Stick with these guys again. No one really close enough for anything here. So this is the closest battle on the track, and Jezza just gets a better run out of the corner than O'Leary, whose tires are just clearly not loving it. Hoping the slip will save him from Oscar, but Oscar is probably going to pull on the inside here. Oh, and Oscar doesn't send it. Okay. So Oscar tucks in behind, figuring he can get O'Leary at a different point. He's got to know that his tires are going off here. There's no rush to really try and get by. Yeah, there you go. O'Leary's going to just drift out wide ever so slowly. Oscar's going to get alongside here. Oh, wrong way. And Oscar's going to steal that from him. But created enough of a gap where he might not be in the slip of Jezza. Well, not if Jezza does that. Jeez. So that's going to bring Oscar right back into the slip here. So there's a pretty decent battle for P9 here. Other than that, everyone else is doing their own thing. Lap 7, Supra, done, cooked, tires gone, smell ya. Auto, lap 7, tires gone, smell ya. JMS, lap 7, tires gone, smell ya. So G-Dan now with an opportunity to catch JMS. 2 laps to go. He might even have a shot at Auto here with how his tires look. Steo Fan's not catching Amy. Pyro might have a shot at Steo Fan. He's got a little bit of tread left on those tires, so we might see Pyro sneak up in the 8th place. Back in the grid just as this guardrail lever. He's just having a bubble bath here at the back of the grid. Especially gonna need another one after visiting the gravel pit there. So, C-Coach, just chilling, just relaxing, having a good old time. And here's the closest battle on track now. We got Pyro on JMS. Not JMS, jeez Louise. On Steo. And Pyro. He might be running out of time here. This was the lap for him to get an overtake done. And all Pyro's managed to do is cook his tires. Oh, but a mistake from Steo. That might be a penalty. He might get a small one there. Pyro. Steo's lost some momentum. Steo just goes deep. Pyro makes an easy move down the inside. He just gifts him to it on a silver platter. An easy overtake for Pyro there. Oscar burning through his mediums more than I thought he would, so he's not even really seeing an advantage now, as he's up into the 144s. So probably would have been better for him to just do the sprint on the softs and just grind out laps on dead softs, as the medium's just not paying off at all. And like I said, Seacuch just driving away as the Supra's front lefts are gone. Lexus's front lefts are gone. G-Dan didn't have a great lap, despite having much more tire than Otto, and Otto is now pretty much gone. At this point for G-Dan, he's just got to hold on to P4. JMS taking a half-second penalty is going to make that nice and easy. But that's going to give Amy a shot here to make something crazy happen in the back half of this lap. Pyro's cleared Steel pretty easy. Jezza has easily cleared Oscar. So the battle between Nathan and Oscar here is on. And O'Leary's in that fight, although he's got no tires, so I don't really think he's got a chance versus these two. But we'll see how this plays out. If Oscar does that every corner, he's going to be down at P13 by the end of this. But let's stick with Amy here, as JMS serves a half second. Oh, it's not going to be enough. With that penalty zone so close to the braking zone, it really makes the time that you have to serve a little bit less. We'll join Seacuch really quick to cross the line here, and then see if we can join any other battles, but that's an easy sprint win for Seacuch there. RX Vision just on another level. Jordy's going to come home P2, Otto's going to come home with an easy P3. G-Dan in P4, but he's got a second penalty. Will he lose at JMS? No, he keeps it. Here comes Pyro. Theo is going to finish in P8. Jezza going to come P9. And something happened to Nath. Maybe he drifts off track, so he's P10. Oh no, he gets away from those two. Let's kind of see what happens here, because they were all close together. And Nath must have just pulled away. Maybe a little bumps and bruises for Oscar Bacon here. Who knows? Oscar goes deep in another corner. My goodness. O'Leary struggling with a little bit of understeer. Oscar into the last corner. Oh, is he going to get it done? No, the BRZ just has no beans. Go to the store, find yourself a can of kidney beans, and throw it under the hood of your car, because you ain't got none. All right, and Guardrail Lover, he's going to finish in P14. He's gone off to Walmart, get himself a 47-cent can of black beans. And, yeah, that's the end of the sprint. So that pretty much went exactly how I figured it was going to go. First podium for Otto since September 4th. That's a wild stat. We got that on Stat Tracker there. So congrats to Otto. And here we go. Seacuch has posted the feature race. Also, Tier 4, while I have you here, no one has posted Le Mans sprint and feature. Otto, I think you posted the feature, but I don't think anyone has posted both races. So if you guys want those done, get those up for me. And get it up like Cialis, and, you know, I'll calm it up. All right, let's roll into the feature here. All right. Ask your doctor if dude's comms are right for you. Ruffles in P1 here. Oscar, P2. O'Leary, he's going to be P3, Nath, P4. We'll take a quick look at the tires actually here. Ruffles going to start on the softs. He's going to try and get away from the traffic. Oscar going reverse strap from the sprint. He's going on the softs as well. O'Leary going on the mediums here. Nath on the softs, so O'Leary's here in a soft sandwich. Jez on the mediums as tire wear for him. Not really an issue. Steofan on the mediums. Pyro on the mediums. Everyone else here going to be on the mediums. Yeah, so... Oh, okay. Guardrail Lover. Serving his quali ban, I guess. Or maybe he asked to start from the back again. Not No, no, because, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Guardrail lever, he's at the back on the soft. So, here we go. Ruffles into the turn. One on the softs. Oh my goodness. Those kidney beans still didn't work. The Jag just says, I'll take that position. Smell you later. We're going to go 3 wide almost into this turn 1. Oscar is going to lose another position, maybe to Nate. Maybe not, though. Yeah, as Oscar has the inside on the softs. Nate on the softs, too, but I don't imagine Oscar holding off the Supra for too long here. So O'Leary up into P2. What a great start there. We'll go down the grid here, see if there's anything else crazy going on. Pyro's in P7, Amy P8. And a little bit of a tank slapper there. Not too bad though. No hurt. No one's hurt. Just a little bit of a time loss, so that can be frustrating. But hey, it happens sometimes, you know. And Oscar not giving up on Nath here, as Nath's taking the position. Will Oscar shoot it down the inside? He's gonna go. Can he stick it? Again, Oscar just goes deep. Maybe doesn't have his braking point down for that turn. And Nath gets the easy switchback done. Great counter from Nath there. And now he, with the slipstream of the Jag, is gonna be gone. He's just gonna be absolutely gone down the straight. I don't see the BRZ having any sort of answer to a Supra and a slipstream. Yeah, walk the dog. Smell you later. Will Oscar follow Nate through? No, not quite in range. Would have been nice for him to be able to follow Nate down the inside line and try and scoop an easy position on the overtake. But now Oscar's got to clear O'Leary. He can't let O'Leary hold him up here on the soft tire. Number one is just asking for an easy incident. But again, the acceleration of that Jag versus the non-existent everything in the BRZ, it's going to be tough to get by unless O'Leary makes some sort of mistake, I think. Especially because the BRZ is like a modern GR3 too, 2021, right? So normally they make their modern cars a little bit better than the old ones. But I don't know, I'd like to see the BRZ be a little bit better than it is. It's sad to see it down so dirty. Theo goes a little deep. Jez is going to try a switchback, not going to get it done. So now we got G-Dan on Pyro here. FT1 on the BMW. G-Dan might have a move into turn 1 here. Pyro touches grass, maybe loses a little bit of momentum. Pyro touches grass, imagine that. Zing! Oscar, not enough beams down the straight, but he is on the soft tires. He's going to outbrake O'Leary there and get that position with ease. And Pyro holds the position against G-Dan. As Nate, he's going for an overtake. Let's rewind here, see if we can see the attempted overtake for the lead. How did Ruffles pick up that 0.5? I'm not sure. Maybe on the final corner, but we'll stick with this for a little bit. See how he's approaching Ruffles here. Ruffles also on the soft tire, just drifts ever so slightly wide. Supra's going to get the power down earlier. Ruffles going defensive when he doesn't really need it. Causes him to drift wide through the corner and just loses him more time. So this is going to be an easy overtake for Nath potentially here, as Ruffles has just handed it to him. Ruffles looking like a bag of Lay's right now. Just getting thrown around. And Nath gets that position with ease here. Oh man. Now Ruffles gonna lose maybe another spot, maybe two. He's not gonna have the inside line. O'Leary's just gonna shoot up the oh my goodness! O'Leary using the runoff. Let's take a look at this. This is why all our UPS packages are so delayed, as we see the UPS just flying off into the distance. All right. Just maybe gets a little anxious there. Next day delivery, no shot. Gonna have to go with FedEx for that. He's gonna rejoin the track. loses a couple positions there, but manages to avoid killing anyone. So shout out to O'Leary for that. Now Steofan, that's not Steofan, sorry. Jezza making the easy move. And now O'Leary's going to come under attack from Pyro. So here we get to see a little bit of the beans of the Jag. Pyro's going to tuck into the slip. And maybe, is he going to poke his nose in? He is! And again, just no defense from O'Leary. O'Leary definitely could have defended probably inside a little bit more, but I think lap 4 he's just saying, I'm just going to run my race. Sometimes over-defending in the early stages of the race can really lose you a lot of time. And if someone's faster, it's better to just, Let's take another look at that one. This is an interesting one. I don't know if this ended up in the stewards room here. I haven't taken a look. But here, G-Dan, just too much speed, does kind of a bump and run on O'Leary. Pushes O'Leary wide, takes the position as a result of the contact. So for me, I think G-Dan should probably relinquish this back, in my opinion. Don't know if it's enough to give a penalty, but just to be kind, you kind of bumped them wide. And then here, G-Dan cuts in front of O'Leary, it looks like, and then goes on the brakes. So G-Dan here, I think, has to stay in his lane as he cuts right in front of O'Leary and then goes on the brakes. O'Leary's not going to have enough time to react or brake here. And as a result, G-Dan goes off into the gravel. So unfortunate incident from my perspective here, but I don't think there's really anything O'Leary could have done there. Note to G-Dan, after, when you pulled alongside someone, unless you have a lot of space in front, I would avoid. I know you're trying to get on the racing line here, but there's just not enough room. Look at the space between the cars here. There's not enough room for you to pull in front and then go on your brakes. So, unfortunately, you get sent off there, but in fairness to O'Leary, there's not a lot he can do there. Again, I'm not a steward, so this is just my my take on quick overview, but yeah, unfortunate incident for G-Dan there. Luckily, you will have a lot of time to have a recovery drive. As Oscar, still on the back of Nath here. But yeah, as Otto says, this is why UPS packages arrive damaged. So, it's all fun and games. I like to poke fun at the comms. I like to make a couple fun jokes. And, yeah. Makes it fun, a couple puns here and there. We got a little bit of craziness going on here in the midfield. So now we got O'Leary on JMS. JMS is getting a little squirrely. I think O'Leary's going to look to take this position here in the turn 1. Loses his momentum through that turn, maybe a little bit of dirty air. So he's not going to get a move done. Is anyone going to have a shot at him? Guardrail lover in the slip of C-Coach, just, again, kidney beans, not present. No black beans from Walmart. You guys are going to have to stock up for the next race at Le Mans, otherwise you're going to be, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a bad time. Amy must have had a small incident on lap 3 with the 156. Didn't catch that one, so she's going to have to be on track for a recovery drive. Oscar takes a 1 second penalty. Ooh, where does that come from? Cuts the curb here, I bet. No. Oh, there it is. Boom. All 4 tires outside the white. That's a 1 second. That's a tough penalty. So we're 4 laps through right now. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Pack's starting to separate though. Pyro showing he has the pace on controller. Fair play to Pyro here. Wow, why you gotta do me like that, Jordy? I thought we were friends, and you just hit me with that. That's tough, man. I'm upset. We're gonna join Otto here. Otto's hanging around. He's getting attacked by Seacutch here. We're going on board with Seacutch as he begins to attack Otto. Tires, not too much of a factor yet. We'll see how long these guys push. Pit window for some cars is going to be around lap 11. Some cars maybe even as late as lap 14. Oh, Seacutch picks up a 1 second. Hate to see it. That's going to put him down all the way into P13 as he's going to lose to Guardrail and G-Dan. As Jordy now, does he send that on O'Leary here? Let's take a look. Straight line speed of the Supra. Oh, O'Leary again. Just goes a little bit deep. And Jordy throwing his hazards on, maybe saying thank you. I don't know if that was a planned switch or what, but O'Leary just falling back. Oh, Ruffles! Oh no! What's happened? Oh no! Ruffles down bad. And he can't even rejoin because of where he's went off. This is horrendous timing. He drops all the way down to P13. Good shout out to Ruffles for not doing an unsafe rejoin despite there being ghosting in the league. Love to see that from drivers. So unfortunate for him to go off, especially being on the softs, but great racecraft and waiting. O'Leary, old teammate, helps out Jordy. Fair enough. Ruffles must not be on controller. Maybe. I mean, that's some pretty decent tire wear. I've never driven the Atenza. It did get a massive buff, I believe, in the last patch. They took a lot of weight off of it. So I'm wondering if that has given it some long-lasting tires. Oh no! Steel has gone off. What's happened? Oh man. A little bit of lag. Hard to see what happened there. Doesn't look like contact on Jezza's part. I think maybe Steel just misses a braking point and he goes to visit the Pit de la Gravel. It's French for gravel pit. All right, and we're only 1/4 of the way through here. Interesting to see who, if anyone, will get 24 laps here as Seacutch about to serve his 1 second penalty. G-Dan already beginning his recovery drive. He's up into P10. He's going to challenge for P9. He goes for the switchback. He's going to get it done. Potentially. He's side by side with guardrail over. Now he's on the outside for this long left. Just kidding. This is a right-hander. I promise I know my lefts from rights. But I think here G-Dan gets the move done into turn 1. Assuming he backs off, lets him get some good momentum, doesn't get too affected by the dirty air, doesn't clip the gravel on the way out. Oh, he's going to get this done easy here. He's flying. BRZ's got nothing to answer on that straight. But again, G-Dan cuts in front and goes on the brakes. Again, G-Dan, I would say just for your own car's safety, less of that would do you a little bit better off, I think. It's hard. You got to remember, guys need some time to react. Sometimes when they're getting on the brake, every car's got a little bit different braking zones. Guys have overspeed, right? So just be careful pulling on to the racing line when you make an overtake. So we did miss an overtake for the lead. So I'm going to rewind it because I'm curious as to what happened. Nath gets a 1 second penalty. So he sticks to the far left to defend. And that's going to lose him so much time because not only he misses his braking zone, Oscar pulls alongside him. And one place you don't want to be battling a BRZ is through a corner. It will beat you every time. You might slay it on the straights, but I think holding speed through a corner, I think it'll trump you. The good news is you're in the Supra, and you get to do absolutely ridiculous things once you hit right about now in 6th gear. Maybe just a bit too far back. Thought you might have a chance there with the slip. But Oscar will live another day in P1. As Pyro has worked his way up into P4 here. His tire's looking pretty good. Not quite as good as the RX Vision, but comparing it to the RX Vision is like comparing frozen pizza to Nona's homemade pizza. Alrighty. Again, not too much cooking here. We'll probably stick with, we'll stick with Nath on Oscar here, because Oscar's tires are dead. And he only got 7 laps out of the softs. So Oscar must be having to do a 2-stop. There's no way I can't see him bringing these tires all the way to lap 23. That is just nuts. So Jordy, I just saw your tag in Tier 2 chat. Let's go, fire me up. Nath gets an easy overtake on Oscar. Yeah, I mean, Oscar's just not going to be able to answer here with no grip on that front left. And we're going to see the Supra pull away. Nath looking to be very good with tires. I was impressed with his sprint tire wear in the Supra, as I drove that car last season, and it's a great car, but those tires, they can be finicky. It's very easy to scrub them off. So as you can see from his inputs here, just very smooth, you know, really barely getting that to full lock, even through that uphill right-hander. And that's a big proponent of keeping your tires cool. And if you keep your tires cool, you're going to have a good time with your tire wear. Again, through this section, only full locks into the slow speed and only the first half of that right-hander. Doesn't even go full lock there. And that's why we're seeing such excellent tire wear from him. Even on the final corner, he doesn't hit full lock. This guy's just trusting the rotation of his car through the corner. And that's some impressive tire conserving there from Nat, or Nate, or however we want to say it. Here comes G-Dan on Auto. Auto going defensive. Pinching G-Dan back to the left. G-Dan is ahead around the outside, but brakes a little late. He's not going to get that done. He has to let off just to make the next corner there. But he does have the tire advantage against Auto here. Guardrail up to P9. Seacoach down to P10. Couple penalties. Having a tough time. Ruffles must have had another moment, as he is just down to P14. He's down bad. He's not having a great day here. How many laps is Oscar going to do on these dead softs? At this point, I'm just impressed. Will Oscar pull in on the end of lap 9? Which means a 13-lap medium stint, which is doable. No. Oscar's staying out. Nate says, I've had enough, even though he's got some tread on there. I think he maybe could have pushed those one more lap. Maybe he wasn't liking how they're feeling. G-Dan on Auto part 2. Auto just slides ever so slightly left. And that actually opens up the inside for G-Dan. And G-Dan gets in front and then just parks his butt on the racing line. There's no way for Auto to get back here. That's a good overtake. Steofan trying to chuck that AMG along here. Ruffles in the pit, so he's switching on the medium tire. Oscar still holding on to P1 despite Jezza with some medium tires and some tread left. Is just not challenging. Oscar's managed to pick up a half-second penalty. He's diving into the pits. So that's going to put Pyro, wait for it, ladies and gentlemen, HTTP Pyro is leading a race. I have to stop it here because this doesn't happen very often in ALR anymore. So I'm gonna pause the race here just for another 10 seconds, just so Pyro can be in the lead for just a little bit longer. Pyro, P1 on the medium tire. On controller. Lord Hands just encouraging me with the laps. Yes. We gave Pyro his spotlight. We're we're just gonna have to follow Pyro for the whole lap. I don't think there's any other option here. Pyro with a little bit of getting a little squirrely there. And at this moment in time, Pyro wondering where Dan's house is and why. Why everyone wants to know about Dan's house. So that's a shout out to the party crew. They'll get that. That's an inside joke. But Pyro, you should explain the tier 4 what Dan's house is, because I'm sure they have a lot of questions on why you're letting Dan, you know, why you're letting Dan take advantage of this. You know, you gotta stand up to Dan, man. Let him know that Dan's house is not a place anyone's gonna be. Not on your watch, Pyro. Not on your P1 lap watch here. So everyone, tag Pyro in the chat. Tell me about Dan's house. Let's make this a thing. This is the Pyro, the servers are down, part 2. Pyro, tell me about Dan's house. Fire it up. Let's go tier 4. I need you. I need you guys. Alright. Pyro's had his lap of fame here, so we're going to go on someone else more interesting. I'm going to go through a quick scroll of the tires here, because it does kind of foreshadow when they're going to be coming in the pits. Jordy doing well on the super tires here. 12 laps on the mediums. I can't remember my pit strat on the Viper, actually. I think I had to push my Viper all the way to lap 14 on the medium so that I could do 10 on the softs for the 24 laps, because it was, yeah, it was not a great time. I think it ended up being like 1 lap on dead mediums, 1 lap on dead softs. So again, Otto's saying no one here did 23 or did 24, so they'll be able to pit probably a lap earlier. As G-Dan up into P4, but we'll see after everyone's finished their pit stops where he ends back up. As he has done a great job to recover since the small incident with O'Leary earlier in the race, so he's done a good job here. Otto has fallen off the back of this front pack a little bit, but still lots of time. And Barcelona is a track that breeds mistakes and breeds penalties. We'll go back up with G-Dan as he's gonna go down the inside of JMS. Oh, that's just an easy move. JMS just hands it to him on a silver platter, says, here, I don't want P3. Alrighty. Pyro somehow still in P1, although I'm guessing when he pits here, it'd be curious to see where they come out against Oscar and Nath here. And Sikuch also, he's pit and he's on the bumper of Oscar. So Sikuch, with Oscar being on the medium tires, Sikuch might have a great shot at a double win. Not to give him the commentator's curse. Whoa, a little bit. We got a little bit of contact here. What did I just take a peek at? Saw it on the corner of the screen. Jordy has a little bit of a moment. G-Dan's trying to go. Oh. G-Dan again. Don't know if this one ended up in the steward's room. But, this is a tough one. So Jordy loses some momentum here. But you're just full sending it. You're not making this corner. I think this is just a little bit overzealous here on the move. And devil's advocate, Jordy could have maybe left a little bit more room on the inside, but ultimately you hit him in the door, you push him wide, and you get by. So I'll be hoping to see here if you maybe give the position back, but I think that's a bit of a tough move there. Jordy don't mind though, he's ducking into the pits, so maybe not too much loss for Jordy there. Pyro's into the pits. G-Dan's gonna do one more lap, and so is Otto. When is Le Mans comms? Not sure. I'm pretty tired right now, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't think I'll do like a back-to-back. But there is a chance tomorrow morning. If I don't do it tomorrow morning, it's gonna have to wait until next week because I'm away Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I do at some point have to practice for Kyoto. Because I'm like 3 seconds off tier 2 pace right now. And that's not a good place to be when you are fighting for a championship, potentially. So, I gotta figure some stuff out, but we'll get done. There's a chance it's late tonight Eastern time, so I might go live, record it, and you guys can watch it like tomorrow morning. But that's fine, at least it's gonna get done. So I'll see kind of how I'm feeling. Because I think I'm gonna open up a DQ CSR right after this commentary. So if you wish to join, we can give that a rip. What's happened to Seacuch? Minute 44 on lap 13. He was kind of right up with Nate. So Pyro, I believe, comes out in like a net P2 right now. No, I'm wrong. Net P3. Looks like Jezza is currently in net P1. G-Dan going for another lap on the mediums. Honestly, man, if your tire wear was this good, you should just jumped onto the softs, brother. Push those softs hard. Sometimes the overcut can work out great because you'll have way better tires than everyone you're trying to overtake, but at the end of the day, if you have tread left on your softs, that's time you've lost. So I think we're coming to our last round of pit stops here, and we should have a sorted grid, as I can't imagine Guardrail Lower is going to stay out, and I can't imagine G-Dan is going to stay out another one. So he's looking to only do, like, what, 7 laps on the softs? So he basically drove the full tank. So not only has he done maybe too many laps on mediums, he's now going to have to fill up quite a bit as well, as he only has 6% fuel left. Jezza, miles ahead. Absolutely miles ahead of everyone right now. No question. So in they go into the pits. Oh, and they're just dropping through the order. Wow. As G-Dan staying out on the mediums maybe didn't pay off. Gonna have to see here. He's got better tires than the cars in front of him, although Otto's tires not really a factor. Oscar once again going deep. RX Vision's just dominating these races. So again, not too many on-track battles going on. Pyro on Nath is probably the closest one right now. And then there's this little group of cars here. And then there's just the back markers there of Guardrails, Dio, Amy, and Ruffles, who seem to just be having a bad time here. Otto should get this position done pretty easily here. G-Dan's gonna follow him through. Oscar's just gonna get absolutely hung out to dry in that BRZ. G-Dan trying to fight Oscar, but BRZ is just carrying too much speed. Now Oscar takes position back. And we've missed Pyro overtake Nath, so I gotta rewind that there. Because that's a P2 overtake. So Nath on the medium tires as he started on the softs. Pyro's just gonna get a better run. Gives Nath enough space so that Pyro can take it full bones. And the beans of the Supra though just totally negated any run Pyro had. But Pyro's on the inside and he's gonna get it stopped. Boom. Good overtake there for Pyro. But Jezza, my goodness. Where is this pace coming from, Jezza? Holy crow. Jezza absolutely miles ahead with 6 laps to go. What time is it in Canada right now? It is about to be 5 p.m. So Pyro hanging out in P2 on controller. As Nate maybe had a mistake again. Take a quick look here. He's getting pressured by Jordy. And this, for Pyro, is best case situation. As they start to, the two Supras start to battle. When does he spin? I don't know. Rumor has it, Pyro may not have spun this race because he was on the controller. And yes, Otto, that is correct. Seacoach just catches a bit too much of the gravel pit, follows JMS, but gets off a little worse. So just like that, our top 3 have built up some massive gaps. Nath is just, I think in this point, in survival mode. 5 laps left. He's on the mediums. He's got to know most of the grid behind him is on softs that are slowly dying. And they have to get onto the back of him and catch him to get a move done before their softs go, or they're not going to get by him. So Leary now, he's coming back at Oscar. And I'm imagining in some of these low-speed corners where you gotta get a nice exit, probably tough for the BRZ to carry through enough speed to really be competitive as that Jag is just gone. Not to mention Oscar also started the race on the softs, so on the medium tires, unfortunately, he is just dropping rapidly, as he was originally up in P2 fighting Nath before dropping off the face of the earth. Oh, and is that Ruffles literally caught mid-disconnect or something? Ruffles onto the racing hards. Yikes. Hate to see that. And again, as per some of these more technical tracks, the grid has split up, and there's little pouches here and there, but not too many battles going on. This might be the most relevant one right now, as GDN has a massive tire advantage over Auto. Auto drifts a little bit wide. GDN a little bit eager to try and get his nose in there. GDN actually compromises his own exit as a result. Despite the massive tire advantage here, GDN kind of struggling to get anything mounted. And again, this is the only close battle on the track, so we're just going to stick with this one for a little bit, as we're down in the last 4 laps. GDN not even getting enough through the slip. Lexus not known for its beans, but if you can sacrifice maybe a little bit of the speed in the last corner to get a great exit, be able to hold off that FT1 if they make ever so slight a mistake. Oh, GDN looked like he wanted to make a move. Looked like he might have backed out. But now this is where you're going to start to see that tire advantage come in. You can see Auto's car drifting ever so slightly wide on a couple of those. Oh, and Auto is just going to maybe just go a little bit too deep in that corner. That opens the door for GDN, and he's going to get by. And now if you're Auto, you just got to stay glued onto the back of him as long as you can. Try and make him make a mistake. Because you know, or you must have a feeling, his tires are just in another level right now. Not to mention he pit ridiculously late. Take a look at Sikuch. His tires are struggling for the first time in 2 races, given they pit much earlier than everyone, as he's sniffing the back of JMS's bumper, who's sniffing the back of Nate's bumper. got a nice little battle here brewing for the top 5. Pending some mistakes, the top 3 are probably going to be set as is. So I think the best battle on track right now is this position 4, 5, and 6. So again, we're just going to hang out with this battle for now, as I don't know if there's a lot more going on. And there, right there, Seacoach is going to take a position away from Nate there. And JMS is going to follow him through. Nate gets stuck on the outside and just can't get back onto the racing line. And that costs him 2 positions. He is on the medium tire, so he will have a chance to get by. I do think that this medium tire is potentially faster than the softs when they're completely dead. Oh, but Nathan's just falling right off the back. Jidan is coming absolutely storming through the pack right now, as he's on the fresh softs. So his late stop on the mediums, pushing them all the way to the end of their life, is paying dividends right now, as he's just cutting through the field here. Just absolutely no problems overtaking. And it looks like Nate has picked up a 1-second penalty in the background, so that's going to boost Otto up into P7. So he'll take a free position. So let's go on board with Jidan, as he is definitely going to hunt down these last 2 positions in these last 2 laps here. He's gone purple in sector 1. He's about 2 seconds a lap quicker than JMS and a second quicker than Seacoach right now. So this is far from over for these two, as JMS is going to have to now drive the widest BMW that we've seen here. Nate way off the back. Otto also way off the back. So right now, Jidan has to clear him. He's going to try and... Oh, he scoots down the inside. JMS leaves the slightest little inch of space, and Jidan just throws his car in there. That's a great move from him. Just had the slightest hesitation from JMS there, and it cost him that position, and there's no way he's getting that back. No way. Not with Jidan's tires right now. And now Jidan in the slip of Seacoach, and look at the tire difference here. My goodness. Maybe gave a little juke move to Seacoach there just to say, hey, I'm here and I'm making a move soon. Trying to get him to maybe make a little mistake. Oh my goodness. And just look at the difference in tires. Wow. He gets that position with ease, and Jidan is up in the 4th place. And pending some kind of mistake, he is easily going to finish up P4. We're going to quickly scroll through here, see if there's anything else going on. Guardrail lover, maybe on Steofan, but other than that, look at the distances between these cars. Pyro on dead tires, Jordy on dead tires, Seacoach on dead tires, JMS on dead tires. Nath has got a little bit left, Otto on dead tires. Everyone on softs is completely dead except for Amy and Jidan, who hit like 3 laps later than that. But let's go with our race leader here as the clock hits 40. This is going to be the final lap. Not going to get 40 or 24 for anyone. And Cheza in a commanding P1 victory. And Pyro with probably his best week of the season on controller. Finishes P2. Jordy P3 with a good race. Jidan with an insane recovery drive after dropping from, I want to say, the top 7 all the way down to 13th after an incident with O'Leary. And so great drive from him. Seeker's going to come P5, JMS P6, Nath P7. Otto's going to come P8, as I thought Otto would get that position from Nath on the penalty, but he must have been able to hold on. O'Leary's going to finish P9. Oscar, not the race probably he wanted to have. He's going to come home in P10. Guardrail. He gets Steele on the last lap, so Steele's going to come P12, and then Amy bringing up the rear here in P13. So, that is it for week 5 of ALR Season 12, Tier 4. Take a quick look here. So after round 5, I'm going to look at the post-steward ones. So right now, Seacuch. Let's quickly go all the way through here. I just want to see everyone's finishing positions again. So Jezza. So Seacuch, he's up in P1 in the championship with a 145-point lead at this point in the championship after week 5. This isn't after Le Mans. Pyro. Actually, Jordy is 4 points back of Seacuch with 141 points. And then we have a massive gap. 37 points is the next closest guy, Pyro, with 108. And after that is JMS, his teammate, with 103. So, pretty good race from BMW team there, as they hold the constructors with 211. But yeah, the Mazda with 199 is coming on strong behind. So that's it for this week. Catalunya is donezo, and I will catch you guys soon when I do Le Mans. So that'll be a fun one. And yeah, we got Kyoto coming up as well. So I will catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Otto, Lord Hans, as always, thank you for joining. And yeah, have a good one.